Delarite, my MVVs, welcome.
Delarite, today something happened in the palace, and they said that, it was, royal fire. Igbi accused, our jewel of using charms to control, the lion of Odua, as she was forced down, forced downstairs. You do know that the lion of Odua has been doing a lot of renovation lately in the palace, and part of that renovation is for, Sapphire, and the other is the villa that they are building for our jewel, the villa that she is supposed to be staying in, not like staying as in staying, but of course where she will be welcomed back into. And so because of all of these changes that have been made, they said that the place where, Sapphire is living right now is where Adetutu is supposed to be staying. Now, for some reason, because of the immunity removal and everything, they asked Igbi, they asked Ebony, and they asked Gospel to move downstairs. Now, this is not to say downstairs is not good. This is not to say downstairs is not deserving of queens. Of course, it's right there. It's not at the back. It's not at the Olori mansion, right there in the palace. But they are supposed to move downstairs. And then they said that they were supposed to move today so that, they'll begin to paint tomorrow, as in begin to do the renovations tomorrow, okay? From what we are hearing, I don't know, a lot of people are saying maybe more Oloris are coming into the palace, and others are saying maybe it's because of the immunity removal that prompted Kabiyesi to want these ones that have been stripped of their immunity to stay together right there. And so Igbi did not take it kindly. They said Igbi, made a lot of problems. They said today, of course, it was like everything started when palace attendant delivered one sudden instruction. Igbi must vacate her big apartment upstairs and move downstairs to the ground floor. To Igbi, this, was a pure insult. Like, she could not take it anymore. She deserves respect, status, and comfort for her mind. Okay, all in her mind. Living upstairs signifies power and closeness to royalty. So when the order lands, she got really, really mad. She got so mad, okay? Instead of keeping quiet, she began, shouting. Like, she was shouting so much, making so much fuss already. They say she screamed so much that the entire palace was thrown into chaos after this incident, okay? That a lot of people are calling it a great humiliation for Igbi. For months, she had been living in one of course, since she got married to the to the Lion of Odua, she's been living in a grand apartment upstairs, a space she considers a mark of her status and closeness to royalty. But suddenly, palace attendant arrived with an instruction that she should move downstairs. Remember, they told them earlier in the week that they were going to move the downstairs. But, maybe they feel like it's the same business as usual, where Kabiyesi will say one thing and will not pursue it to the end. But they were very, very shocked when these people came and said that they will have to move downstairs, that renovation was commencing tomorrow. And you do know that for Kabiyesi to have told them to move downstairs was because Kabiyesi had prepared the apartment. Everything was okay. Now, to anyone else, it might have looked like a simple change of quarters, but to Igbi, this was an open insult. She felt stripped of her dignity, reduced from a woman of high standing to someone that could be pushed outside. As she was forced down those stairs with her belongings, her anger exploded, and rather than swallow the pain quietly, she turned her rage towards Queen Naomi in front of palace attendant, guards, and even elders who tried to calm her down. Igbi shouted that Queen Naomi was behind her humiliation According to her, no one else could have influenced such a decision except the one woman who, in her word, had taken full control of the Lion of Odua's heart and mind. But Igbi didn't stop there. She accused, our Jewel of using charms, claiming that the only reason the Lion of Odua continues to favor her above every other wife was because she had placed him under a spell. The word shocked many, accusing a queen of using charm on the Lion of Odua is not just an insult, it is a dangerous allegation, especially when you know it's not true. They said that shook the very foundation of respect in the palace, but Igbi was blinded by pride and bitterness. She cried out that if not for those so-called charms, how could one woman enjoy such consistent love, honor, and protection, while the others are left struggling for scrap of attention? She said the decision to throw her downstairs was evidence that, our Jewel was pulling the string, reducing others while alleviating herself. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Delaram. I bring you fresh and spicy gist from the sources still on the royals. How are you guys doing? Happy weekends to you. I pray that you have an amazing weekend. This is what is going on. They said that it was, first of all, it's been very, very annoying that for the last couple of days, the Lion of Odua has not been around. The Lion of Odua has been somewhere in Dubai from what we are hearing. And, enjoying life with our Jewel and all of that. And when the Jewel came back, the Jewel walked majestically into the palace. They say our Jewel on her part did not rush into shouting or screaming. Witnesses say she stood there in silence, her expression firm, but, wounded by the accusation. She finally spoke in calm words that she had never needed charms to earn love. She said, love, respect, and divine favor cannot be manufactured or manipulated. That her strength has always come from God, and that she would never reduce herself to the level of sorcery just to win what already belongs to her, what God has given to her. That she wasn't even talking to Igbi, that she was just walking back upstairs when she was just saying this to the people who were with her. She goes with, her PA and all of that. So they were walking from downstairs and to upstairs. But Igbi was not listening. She raised her voice even louder, pointing directly at our Jewel and saying, you have caged the Lion of Odua. He does not see us. He does not hear us. He only moves where you direct him. But at this point, some attendants were whispering that jealousy had finally consumed her. Others were worried because to make such a public declaration against our Jewel meant that Igbi was, doing something that was going to end up harming her a great day. They said the Lion of Odua has, been very, very upset because there's always this resistance when you tell them to do something, and they keep forgetting that this is the they said it wasn't. In fact, tomorrow I came back really late. I'm going to bring you so much update. I don't know if I can. It will be tomorrow, but if I cannot, it will be Monday. They said the issue of moving them downstairs was so much. It caused a lot of problems in the palace. Like they said the Lion of Odua has succeeded in moving them downstairs. I'm going to bring you more update. Do not forget that these are all alleged, rumored, unverified information making the rounds on social media and should not be seen as fact.